Amina stands on a hilltop, looking out over the sweeping plains of the Maasai Mara. The golden grasses sway gently in the breeze, and the sun casts long shadows as it begins to set. The scene is peaceful, but Amina's heart is anything but. Torn between the customs that have defined her life and a love she cannot deny, Amina feels trapped in a world she didn't choose. Months earlier, she had met Omar by chance during a rare visit to the neighboring Kikuyu tribe. Their first meeting was brief, an exchange of glances at a festival, but it sparked something deep within her. Over time, their encounters grew more frequent, their bond stronger. What began as a forbidden friendship quickly blossomed into something more powerful, something Amina could not turn away from, despite the consequences. Omar, too, felt the weight of his love for Amina. His father had long held a bitter hatred toward the Maasai, and the very thought of a Kikuyu warrior loving a Maasai woman would bring dishonor to his family. But the connection between him and Amina was undeniable. He found in her a strength and spirit that rivaled his own, and he couldn't shake the feeling that they were meant to be together. Their secret meetings under the ancient baobab tree, deep within the heart of the savannah, were their only moments of peace. Under the cover of night, they shared stolen whispers of love, each one savoring the warmth of the other's presence, while knowing their time together was limited. They dreamed of a future where their love wasn't forbidden, but such a future seemed impossible in a world ruled by their tribe's ancient laws. But their secret couldn't stay hidden forever. Jabari, who had been Amina's childhood friend and was deeply loyal to Maasai traditions, had always harbored feelings for her. He noticed the way Amina's gaze lingered on the horizon, her mind clearly elsewhere. One evening, he followed her to the baobab tree, where he overheard the tender words exchanged between Amina and Omar. His heart broke with jealousy and betrayal, and he vowed to expose the truth to the elders. The next day, the tensions between the Maasai and the Kikuyu reached a boiling point. Disputes over land and cattle led to a full-scale battle, where the Maasai and Kikuyu tribes clashed violently. Amid the chaos, Omar was captured by Maasai warriors, and the possibility of war between the tribes became a reality. Amina, desperate to protect the man she loved, made a dangerous decision. She snuck into the Maasai camp under the cover of darkness, determined to free Omar before he could be executed. With trembling hands, she untied his bonds, and together they fled into the night, knowing that their actions would have grave consequences for both their tribes. But their escape didn't go unnoticed. Jabari, consumed by rage and a sense of betrayal, revealed the truth to the elders. As the Maasai Council convened to decide the fate of Amina and Omar, the weight of tradition pressed down on everyone in the room. Omar, Amina's father, stood at the head of the circle of elders, his face etched with the pain of a father's love and the fierce loyalty to his tribe. He demanded Amina's loyalty to her people, warning her of the destruction her love for Omar could bring. Amina, torn between the man she loved and the family she had always known, stood before her father, eyes filled with sorrow. "Father," she said, her voice steady despite the storm in her heart, "I love him. But I also love you and our people. I never asked for this conflict. I only want peace, for us and for our children." The elders deliberated long into the night. The land and the future of both tribes hung in the balance. In the end, the decision was made. Amina and Omar would either separate for the good of their people or risk the wrath of both tribes in a war that could destroy everything they held dear. As the sun dipped below the horizon, Amina was left with a choice that would change the course of her life forever. Would she remain loyal to her father and the traditions of her people, or would she follow her heart and risk everything for a love that had no place in the world they knew? Tears in the Savannah is a gripping tale of love, sacrifice, and the power of tradition. It explores the delicate balance between the heart's desires and the expectations placed upon us by family and culture. In the end, it is a story about the courage to choose your own path, even when the world around you demands conformity.